Mario. Today we're going to be looking at the bosses of the Mario fan game, Ultra Mario Maker. Here's the cover of the game. And don't forget all 14 game styles. Now we actually got this one on the top, so we'll start with the top. Then we'll go to the other two ones, then we'll end it, the series. What was the name? Oh yeah, those ended up being gizmos and abilities. Then I'll put the conclusion, then I'll make season 2. Then it'll basically just be used as a sponsor character, basically. So Mr. Mouse would be calling out all of them. So here we go. Mr. Mouse goes, okay. First up, we have Cloudy Bill Blast. If you wanted like a boss level where you're in like a storm and you need a boss, try using this one. The way his attacks are basically just gonna be these cannons that he shoots out of. And basically you also use fire. And the way you defeat him is by that. It said you have to stop. It takes force to defeat. Because you have to first him at him, then he'll knock you out, and then you have to jump on this. Then you actually have to go and bump on one of these. Once you do that, all 4 cannons will destroy and he'll be done. Well, we're already on to our main character, Bowser Jr. If you want like an airship theme, then you could probably use Bowser Jr. as a boss. They can basically use like an underwater segment, like a submarine, basically others. Don't really have much to say. Oh, perfect timing. General Bullseye. This boss just tries to ram into you with his horn, so it's not really the hardest boss. And you have to jump on his head. And you basically only have to use firepower to defeat him. Or any other power up besides the star. Or if you want to jump on his head like 3 times, you beat him. Pom Pom, basically the girl. Boom boom, except for the thing. She can throw shurikens. She can use firepower. She can swim, ice skate, and she can throw boomerangs. And she can clone. Check it on from the treasure tracker. And you basically, when the lava starts to rise, like a lava climb game, you basically have to avoid fire. And you're not up in time with all this going to hit you. Then you jump on his head, it takes like 1 hit, and you're just dead. Sheep Skipper is like boss bass, he can kill you in 1 setting. Plus it takes 3 jumps on his head to defeat it. Then there is the Dr. Luigi viruses. Each having his own attack. The blue one. Hold on. The yellow one will actually start jumping like this, like hop, 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 then hop backwards again, and so on. The pink one will just try to dig into the ground and use it as a saw. And this one will be I guess this thing can be used as a let me think. Well, I just started thinking, and I guess it can just be used as like a running thing, like charging shuck, and you have to jump on. So you have to jump on these guys' heads 9 times in total, because jump on this one 3, jump on this one 3, jump on this one 3. Not really jump on this one, it's like on the head. The bird boss Probably one of the more easier ones. You can just jump on its head for a 5-second knockout. King Spike, basically like a thing that where it takes like 5 hits to defeat, and basically like 20 fireballs will defeat if you don't have that. If you throw like 2 spike balls at once, if you've seen them all in anything, we know what they can do. Then we have obviously Parabro. He's not really an enemy, he's more like a boss, because basically like Hornbill's Koopa from the Yoshi series. He can throw and hit, throw and hit. And basically he throws hammers at you. Remember big ones, small ones, or just the bombs? I don't really know that much. We have the Resonors. Basically, if you want like a long thing where you have to get on these, then it's gonna be a good thing, because you have to jump on these Resonors' head 4 times, 1 for each. While they're in a rope and throw, while they can spit fire, and while the freaking round's collapsing. The bullet. It's like a thing where I'm gonna smack his head into you. You have to just use the blood to just get past. We have Blooper, a thing that can smack him with his tentacles. You have to sever them off. There's Birdo. Then there's Birdo. She can spit eggs, use fireballs, spit acid for some reason, and just be a robot or one of hers. There's Energy Piranha Plant. Basically a piranha plant that can basically just take off its head and just throw it at you. Or extend it, I think. And you can just duck onto the thing and use this as a saw. Or she can just take off these and just use it as a jumping pad. There's this random bat one for Mario Galaxy 2. Guess you have to use 10 fireballs to defeat her. I basically don't know, never played the game. She's in King Goomba. You got basically just like throw 15 fireballs, or basically just jump at his head like 4 times. King Funk, basically one of those things where he dead spots on my enemies, and when he falls out, I guess you can jump on him. When you jump on him 2 times, he's defeated. Basically a new one I can activate. Thing on a Princess Boo. She's basically like an old thing, except here's the thing. 1, she can fly in the air, and 2, she can spit fireballs and summon on other boos. Yeah. There's the Brutals. Brutals. Basically, each of them have their attack. The one in the green can summon other hats, and basically just hide in his own hat and spin around. This one has like spike balls on her thing, which go almost at the ground, which is like a chance to attack her. This one can spit poison, which you can't touch, which you have to jump on his head. And this one can just turn us into a jumping platform. There's the Fire Dragodon. I think that's what his name is. And when you jump on the head of it, Fire Dragodon, I'll basically have 3 seconds to get off before it gets on fire. Then basically, and he's never really attack, it's just spin fireballs. Oh, Gobble Gut. That's the name. This one can basically just whap you with his tail or strangle you, and you have to get on his head. And it doesn't really happen. Nothing really happens if you stay on there for too long. You can just jump. Ha! One of the Koopalins, Morden. Morden can have a couple attacks. He can have his wand attack, where he just summons Goombas, or Koopa Troopas, sometimes Buzzy Beetles. He can have his hammers to dismantle Pokesections. Just whack you with them. And he can climb up walls and ceilings to drop down on you. Larry Koopa can summon just Goombas. He's the weakest. Then there's this. Oh yeah, you can also, like others, you can spin his shell. Knock you off. Third Koopalin in a row. She can ice skate, she can swim, and she can throw rings. She can basically summon like Cheeps, hooligans, or bloopers. Oh, fourth one in a row. Ludwig. He's the oldest. He can basically clone himself, flutter jump like a Yoshi, fly. And you have to find out which one's the real one. Big Move, or the name from Super Mario World. You have to throw to the floor to defeat him. But if you throw a random amount of wild, it's like 4. If you throw all 4 of them you're standing on, you can just die from the gap. There's a cockatiel. There's Kickatail. Basically lives in a pot. If you want like a chef, one inside of chef hat, you can just do a boss. You jump on his head 3 times and feed him. Don't really know much else about him. This one gets something about. This is this. Someone's normal form. Iron Rock can like crush you. You have to jump on his eyes like once every eye, so 2 times, and you defeat him. Meowser, he basically can pop out of walls and climb walls and try to scratch him down if you want. This one can basically just spit water like a normal cushion. This bully can just push you off and you can just push him back into the lava. And the jump rock, when I try to jump on his head 3 times to defeat him, he can like snap at you, throw nut bombs at you, basically that's it. Paper Boshy, like normal Boshy, except it's actually a boss and it's paper. She can flutter jump, he can spit fireballs, ice balls, and basically he can fly for even longer amount of times. This I actually have no clue about, so you can just make yours up in the comments. But I know that's a boss. Virtual Virus Bowser, he's basically like a version of Bowser, except if you jump on his head, if you camp on his thing, he basically just makes your screen go green, and basically you can't see it for the next 3 seconds. Mecha Wiggler can like fall. I don't know much about him. Lemmy Koopa can just like use wands and throw bombs and basically just go into shells. Roy can actually use this Koopa. He has Bow Blaster and wand. Flamingo. One of the many ones that like basically you have to push him off a ledge to defeat him. Bowser, the main one. Basically can breathe fire, throw hammers, basically do all that. This one can basically just make a hit that can kill you, and you have to chase them. It's like a chase scene. Right, Bowser can breathe fire and throw bows instead of hammers and some dry bones. Madame Brudel has this chain shop that can get you, kidnap him, the chain shop body and attack him. Wingo from Treasure Tracker. You have to summon, you have to feed him the things to make him this expand. Yeah. Basically can throw you off. Boss Tumor Bro, basically like a Tumor Bro that can basically have the same abilities, except he's basically like a boss. The Ruined Dragon from Mario Odyssey is basically like a basically you have to jump on his head and just go just a big spot, it flies, like fireballs. Boom Boom, never made one. Basically you can just go on a shelf, fly, do anything else you can do. Shot Goomba, you basically have to throw the cherry until you get to 5. Can basically each have one each jump on its head. 5 jumps is how it takes. And you can barely just throw cherry bombs. King Bomb, you can basically just like throw ball bombs at you and just try to push you off the edge. King Boo, you can basically just like summon a threat and just see what you get. You can be defeated by fire. Morin Koopa Senior, he's basically like a basically just more Junior gets stronger. This you know, this can jump around, make rings, these can follow you. Well, the Cannon Maker is basically like a one where you can basically uses wand to make blocks into enemies. Paco, basically a thing where you can set in his miniature squid to come get you. Basically takes like things. Prince Bullet, you basically have to get him into a thing so you get the thing, and then once you do that, like clear pipe, you have to get him into a clear pipe so he can do a can. Kick it 3 times. Basically, you're done. Princess Boom Boom, basically like a peach thing. Tiger Rocks, you can basically squirt poison. Trioclide, he's basically like a snake that can, basically a snack that can spit fireballs and you have to throw stuff at him. Underground, he's basically like a thing that can shoot fireballs. Bolt. Viruses, the blue one can, this one can use as like a spike platform. This one can summon like ant enemies. And this one can basically just try to crush him with his hands. Defeat him 9 times, jump on this one 3 times, this one 3 times, this one 3 times, you win. Ward, this one can basically just spit out bubbles, you can basically just throw eggs at him while the mouth is open. Fiery Dino Plant, basically like a thing where it spits out fireball, and it's like burners. This, I have no clue what he does, I just added him. This one I have also no clue what he does. Best I can guess is just kick your head. So this one I guess is like a miniature version of him. You can just spit out fireballs and just ground around the floor. This one basically just like an iron rock, stick off a head and you can just crush you. Dino Piranha, basically a thing where you can whack you with his tail and you have to get rid of all these petals to defeat him. You have to get rid of the Blooper somehow. I have no clue what he does, even though he's like one of my favorites. I forgot. Feed a piranha, fill his stomach with water, make him fat. Then you feed him. For some reason, yeah, I'm just going to skip Giga Bowser. Robo Brutal, basically like one of the Brutals, except you can, if you shake them, you can make singles, or whatever. You can basically just make them that. Remember, he's just something. It's basically like a thing we had to do a thing and just destroy the machine somehow. I'm just gonna use this because I barely know what other these bosses do. So basically I'm just gonna show you the bosses. Not gonna say anything. This one's basically like a map browser. Womp King. This is just of course you have to jump out of his weak spot. I don't know. Fake Bowser, I know that. Yeah, those are all the bosses. I couldn't say them because I don't really know what any of them do. Sorry, I just don't research. Now, one of my favorite bosses besides Iggy and the Wiggler from Mario Sunshine would probably have to be this one. Look at creative design. And oh yeah, this is gonna be a video. And remember how last time the video was like an hour long? Well, make sure you look out for this, the thumbnail. That's the thumbnail. Well, that's all I have to say. Bye.